Morning everyone, happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cloudon West. Welcome to any new subscribers. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again and just allowing me to voice off how my weeks have been on my Slimming World journey. And thank you so much for the support. I love all the comments, it's wonderful. And yeah, I'm just going to confess I've been to group and I've stepped on the scales. I've not been for 2 weeks. Now, I keep saying that I've been really busy, and that is true. It's not like I'm lying. It's not like I'm just chill and I'm not busy. I'm really busy, but I feel that I'm now using that as an excuse. So I'm just kind of like reining in all that chatter that I'm talking about and thinking about what it is I really want for the rest of September. On my last video, if you've listened to the last video, I was talking about my goals for September, and it's literally as soon as I say I want to be this, as soon as I say right, okay, as soon as I voice it, I verbalize it, it's almost like my mind goes on a whole new journey. So I've not weighed for 2 weeks. I've been back to group today. I've stepped on the scale and I've had a £1 gain. Can you see that there? You can see that. So I've had a £1 gain. So that now takes me to 13 stone 12. So it's only £1. It's like half a pound a week. It's not like a massive gain. And what I want to talk about today is how I'm feeling about that gain and also about the responsibility. So I think that in the past, when it came to going to Slimming World and all of those things about what I want to do and where I want to be, I didn't really take that responsibility. It was almost like, you know what, I'm gonna go on all inclusive. I don't care if I put £8 on. There was no real responsibility from my part about my weight loss journey. And even though I put that on, I'm not overly worried about that pound. I think what I'm going to do is really look at that pound gain and congratulate myself that it's only a pound. Back in the day when I had my binge eating disorder, I would have quite easily, if I was in that frame of mind of, you know what, F it, I'm just going to eat what the hell I like, then I could come back with a £5 gain, which I've done before, a £7 gain in a week. And all that's gone now. And I was just only thinking about that on the drive back from Slimming World today, is that it's coming up to my 2 year anniversary of when I last had binge. And it's wonderful now going to Slimming World, knowing that even though I've not been for a couple of weeks, I'm not going to see that like massive gain that I would have had if I was still eating all those chocolates and cakes and everything. I'm not going to see that. So I just want to congratulate myself and know that even though I've not been, I have put out that excuse of being too busy. I feel like I can really rein it back now. I've been to Ray's group this morning on a Saturday. It's Saturday. I normally go on a Thursday morning to Sue's group. And what I've done is I've not really prioritised my Slimming World class. So what I've done instead is I've had clients booked in at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I've started work when I should be at group. So what I've decided to do is really block out that time again, just like I did at the beginning, just like I said I was going to do at the beginning, but it's slipped. So I'm going to make sure I block out that time, because I do love on a Thursday morning thinking, right, okay, this is where I'm going to be. I may have a client this week because of the Queen's funeral. I've got to reschedule things, but that's where I want to be. So I'm going to try my best to go on a Thursday. So this week ahead, I feel like I'm really on it. I was thinking about doing an SP week, and the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking, my goodness, I've got to be really organised. And you have, I think, when you're choosing an SP week, you've got to be really planned, really organised. And these next couple of weeks, I've got lots of things that's going to distract me. My brackets finally came from IKEA, so I can now put up my cupboard, or my husband can, bless him, and start this renovation of the office. I mentioned it before, but I was missing the brackets and I went to IKEA, got the wrong ones. So now that's going to start. And I thought, you know what, Claire, just don't put this pressure on yourself. Don't put the pressure on yourself. So what I did was I bought the Slimming World magazine. This is October's edition. I can't even, the last time I read one of these magazines was years ago. And I've just been flicking through it, and the lady on the front cover, she started her journey at 13:11. So I'm 13:12 now, and she's 5'5", similar height to me. I'm 5'6". So I've been looking at that. She looks amazing. And I thought, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. So I'm looking forward to reading that, looking forward to reading recipes. And I feel motivated. I feel now I've been back to class. I feel really good. I do want to put aside Saturday morning for my park run. I've missed out on doing that. And it's just about me being more organised. That's it. So I'm not going to beat myself up, but I am going to confessions of a slimmer, that to date, since I've joined back in June, was it that I joined? Let's have a look. Yes. 23rd of June I joined. So to date, I'd say I've probably the most I have planned and the most I've recorded for my food is probably 3 or 4 days, which is not good. I know that's not good. It's like, who am I trying to kid? And I think because I've been used to doing Slimming World for so many years, there is a lot of it I do on autopilot, but I can do so much better. I can do so much better. And there was a day where I used to religiously like weigh my cheese, milk. Sometimes I wasn't that up on that and that strict, but the cheese definitely, and that slipped. So I'm kind of doing like the Claire World plan, aren't I, at the moment? So I need to rein that back in. So I've come back. I've got my nice coffee. I'm loving this September feel of it being cooler. So I'm just going to post a photograph. It's my friend's actually. I've nicked it from her Facebook. So I'm just going to post a photograph of the walk that I took last night with my friends. It was about, what time was it we met? About 5:30. Went to local Sherwood Pines, which is next Sherwood Forest, and it was just lovely. It was really cool. And I said to them, let's go on the Rangers walk. Sometimes we'll meet and just go in the village for a walk. But I said, let's go on the local Rangers walk at Pines. And I think it's about 3.5, 4 miles long. And I think it took us, I'd say about an hour and 20. I think, I didn't take a note of the time. But it was lovely. The sun was coming through the trees. It was a bit chill, but it was just really nice to catch up and stretch my legs. And even though I wasn't going to park run this morning, I thought I've got that in. I've got that in the bag. So in today's group, they mentioned Iceland's, and you can get this discount and things off Iceland's. And they've mentioned a couple of things that people enjoy, like the kebabs that are only off sin from Iceland's. Another lady mentioned some Warburton's bread, seeded, gluten-free, which apparently is really thick and it's lovely. I think you get 2 slices for a B. Don't normally eat bread, but these are all just ideas that I want to go and look at. Another lady mentioned the Tesco's gammon steaks with mint and parsley sauce. They're in the chilled section, and I'm sure she says it's 1.5 sin. So I'm going to have a look at that as well. So lots of ideas. And on the way out, I was near town and I thought, shall I go to Iceland's and get these foods? And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to just grab stuff without thinking about planning or anything like that. So I thought I'll come back, really think about my week ahead, think about what I want to do, the foods I want to eat, and I want to get into that frame of mind where I'm going to have a meal that I'm going to really enjoy. I don't just want to think, well, that's protein and that's my free food and all that. I want to be eating food that I really like. And there's so much flexibility within Slimming World that's it's possible. So that's what I'm going to do. It's Saturday morning. My son's at grandma's at the moment, so that's all wonderful. So I'm going to plan, get organised. I'm going to get the freezer sorted out, and yeah, I feel really on it. I'm not going to beat myself up about a pound gain. Obviously, when we step on those scales, we all want to see a loss. That's why we go. That's why we go. But I'm certainly not going to beat myself up. That's definitely the biggest gain that I've had in my journey. I've gained £0.5 before, but yeah, pounds at the most I've gained right from June. So I feel that that's a success. And the reason why Slimming World, when you're at Target, give you that allowance of £3 above and £3 below, there's also water weight. Am I going to say that's water weight? Hell no. It's not water weight. It's not water weight. That is basically me just eating what I feel like. But I think anybody that's on Slimming World that struggle with the weight will know that having gained a pound over 2 weeks, I've not been full on eating like a crazy lady. I really haven't. It's just me not organising my time around my meals and prioritising that is, yeah. And I'm gonna try better. I've got lots of ideas of where, the foods that I want to eat, and also foods that I can prepare for the family too, so that we're all eating nice food. I'm going to try and get my son to try these kebabs at Iceland, because that's something that he would know. He loves kebab meat. So I'm going to try him with that, and maybe some of the tilde fiery rice. And these are things that I can do that if I'm busy with clients of an evening and he's just come back from school, we can do a nice healthy meal and get some chopped get some chopped veg up with that as well. So I had lots of ideas, and Ray loves couscous, and that's something that I used to eat when I was a lone worker. I used to take that out and I'd chop mango into it, onions, grapes, and I would have like a tikka, like the chilled tikka meat, mix it all together, and I would have that probably over 3 days and have it with fresh coriander. And that is something that I've not had for a long time. So these are all things that I'm looking to incorporate. And what I'm going to do is, I promise I'm going to do this. I'm going to take photographs of my food, and I'm going to show you how my week's transformed next week with that weight loss, and I'm going to be on it. The only thing that I've got this week that I say I need to be mindful of, in fact, my consultant spoke about this, that, if you're going out, don't, it's not going to jeopardize your whole week, as long as you've had the other meals on plan. Don't feel this is going to jeopardize you. I'm meeting my friend from Leeds on Wednesday. She's just turned 50, so it's going to be like a celebration meal and some cocktails. So that's the only thing that I need to think about. So knowing that I've got that, so that's on Wednesday. We're now on Saturday. What I'm going to do is look at lower sins, so that I've got more sins for that day. So looking forward to this week ahead. I hope you're doing well, whatever you're doing, whatever you've been doing with your fitness, with your weight loss. Let me know how it's been for you. And if, like me, you're like, I feel like I need that zhuzh, I need that re-energizing feeling of I want to be on plan, then let me know. If you've been struggling these last couple of weeks, try not to let it bother you. I know that the Queen's passed, and it's a time of reflection for a lot of people, but it's also a time that if you've been through a recent grief, if you've lost a parent, I help clients that are still grieving, still struggling years on. I know that this can be quite an intense time for people if they've struggled with a recent grief, or if it's just triggering all that stuff from the past. And I was thinking about that, looking at the programs, because it's literally been on constant, hasn't it? And I think that for a lot of people, they might be struggling, and maybe you might be reaching for that food for comfort. So whether you're struggling, whether you've had a wonderful week on plan, thinking of you all, let me know how you've been. Let me know how your highs and lows have been too. And take care, and I'll see you here next week. Thank you.